Hey Ma, do you know what bursts my bubble?
What bursts your bubble?
You gotta speak
What
up.
bursts your bubble?
Do you think I'm a bit like Vince McMahon of the WWE?
Why? Your hair?
No, because Vince McMahon is the CEO of the WWE. He created this fantasy universe with wrestlers, and pretty much he's this alpha go-getter. He created this universe. He's like really. I mean, he works hard. He is a little bit crazy, but I mean, he's kind of like the Walt Disney of the WWE, where he kind of invented this universe. He's a go-getter. I mean,
Did he create WWE?
yeah, he created this sports entertainment, grandiose, and like he like a lot of people say, you know, there are a lot of bosses that aren't hands-on. Vince McMahon will show people how to take the risks, take the bumps. I mean, he's not afraid of getting his hands dirty. He's a crazy man. He's probably more talented than the performers. If you hear him, he could talk
Was
better.
he a wrestler, or did he just decide he wanted to do that?
Well, he was. I mean, he's actually wrestled. He's technically not a wrestler, but he's wrestled in some matches. Yeah, Vince McMahon is sports entertainment. Vince McMahon is wrestling, but you know, he's very alpha. He's very. And do you think I'm an alpha, or do you think I'm more like Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys? You know, a little bit more submissive.
I guess everybody's kind of somewhere in between. I mean, it really takes a strong perseverance to be like this Vince McMahon, I think. But also, I think everything has to fall into place right. Sometimes...
Right, I definitely have Vince McMahon's strong perseverance, strong work ethic. At least when it comes to things I'm passionate about. When I was working as a Starbucks barista, I wasn't working as a Starbucks barista. When I was working at Pathmark in a supermarket as a stock clerk, when I was working as a restaurant busboy, you know, I was never really passionate about that. But when it comes to my performance art, when it comes to my acting, when it comes to my comedy, I have the strong work ethic. I'm like Vince McMahon. I'm going to create the Andrew cinematic universe, kind of. And you know, obviously Brian Wilson was a little bit more submissive. Vince McMahon's a go-getter. Vince McMahon, you know, but Brian Wilson was a little bit more submissive, a little bit more anxious, a little bit more agoraphobic. He created his universe from the comfort of his bedroom.
Well, whichever way you do it is...
So it's just I was discussing with my dad. He said I'm kind of like if Vince McMahon and Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys had a child, that's kind of what I am. I'm like the child of Vince McMahon and Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
So you're an in-between.
I'm an in-between. I'm a go-getter, but I'm a little bit anxious. I'm a little bit agoraphobic. I'm a little bit timid. But I think I'm getting over my anxiety and agoraphobia. I'm coming out of my shell. I'm becoming Vince McMahon.
That is what it is.
That is what it is. I'm going to be unstoppable.